So let's talk a little bit about your executive experience part of your resume. Please include what I call the compliance information. I'd like to know what your job series is. I want to know what your grade is. You're actually required to include dates shown as month, year, hours of week, hours worked per week, the name of your supervisor. This stuff is required. And while not every federal HR office will blow you out of the water if you don't include the required information, they're well within their rights to. And why give them the opportunity, right? Do not copy and paste your PD, please. PDs have language that no one else in the universe uses. The word incumbent I have never seen in my life other than in a PD. I see an awful lot of resumes that just list duties. And if all your resume lists is duties, it's like telling somebody, I do this, I do that, I do the other thing. Trust me, I do it well. I'm not going to trust you. I don't even know you. You have to prove to me that you do it well, right? So you've got to have more than duties. I'm a big fan of using metrics to give your work context. If you don't tell me how many people you lead, I don't know whether it's 1 peep or 100 peeps. If you don't tell me the size of your budget, how do I know? If you don't tell me that your inspections are quarterly or how many of them you do a year, I have no sense, no frame for your work. So metrics are huge. And one way to think about metrics is how many, how much, and how often. If you oversee contracts, what's the dollar value? How many are there? If you oversee programs, how many programs is it? If you get deployed, how many times a year? If you're run the Professional Development Institute or whatever we call it, how many programs are you offering? How many students, right? How many instructors? Anything you can do to give your work context is going to have an impact on the reader. You should start all of your sentences with active verbs. Resumes should be written in first person implied. That means no personal pronouns. So instead of saying, I lead this, or I develop a budget, get rid of the pronoun and start with the verb. Lead, develop, direct, launch, oversee. And please do not put an S on the end of your verbs. When you put an S on the end of your verbs, in my view, undercuts those verbs, and it takes them from first person to third person, more importantly. So no S's on the end of your verbs. I shouldn't have to say this, but experience has taught me that I need to. Current experience should be in present tense. Former experience should be in past tense, as should your achievements.